Hi guys, it's Carissa. I just wanted to make another quick video and let you know that I did get my blood test results back and they were negative like I was expecting. So we can call this cycle a bust and just kind of move forward. I did contact my insurance company today just to find out that if we decided to not do another IVF cycle right away, what I needed to do for IUI coverage. And the good news, the only good news I got today is that I can technically start an IUI without any qualifying testing or appointment. So all I have to do is make sure that the doctor that everything's billed under is in the network, which might be a little bit of a challenge because some of the doctors that work through my office are in the network and others are not. I don't know what the reasons for that is, but I have to contact them first and basically have them guarantee that whatever they bill for an IUI is under one of the doctors that's in the network. And that way my medications would be covered and I could do an injectable insemination cycle for the first time. I've never done that. And that way I don't have to not do anything during December. I know it's kind of silly to do an insemination in December, but I don't know yet when we would go forward with another IVF. I don't know if we would do it in January. I don't know if we would wait until the spring. I really can't say, but our contract covers one more fresh cycle within 1 calendar year of when we started the last one, and up to 3 frozen cycles if we're lucky enough to be able to do that. Because we weren't this round. We have nothing frozen, we have nothing to do but do another fresh cycle from here. So I know December can be busy. I know with my business, I know with just family stuff that December is crazy. But I don't feel comfortable with not trying next month. For some reason, it nags at me that I just can't not try and give it a good, fair try. And I know that I'm stepping down quite a bit from something as invasive and, successful as IVF to something that clearly hasn't worked for us in the past either. But I've never done the injectable IUI. It will be something to be hopeful for. I'll probably also do acupuncture and basically give it my all like I would have with an IVF, but that way I feel like I won't fall into this rut. I think when I'm not trying, I get depressed. I don't eat well. I don't sleep well. I punish myself. I get, I don't handle it well. And I think that just after trying for as long as we have, that happens to people sometimes. And I know that some of you understand. The only reason why I feel like I'm preparing myself for that and trying to combat it is because it will be Christmas time, and that is a super depressing time of year for people who want children and can't have them. And it's also, it makes you think of like, wow, this time last year or the time before that, we always thought by now, you get into these like downward spirals mentally, and I don't want to do that. So I think that knowing that I'm going to be doing that, I'll probably treat myself better. I'll have a more positive outlook. And that way, if we don't, for whatever reason, do another IVF until, I don't know, maybe we will do one in January. And at least that way I've tried through December to kind of maintain my balance and my focus and just feel better. I feel like I don't know if anyone's ever had this happen before, but sometimes when I've had a negative cycle, I just want to shut down and I'm like, I need some time. I can't do that again. But for some reason, even like 3 or 4 days ago, when I pretty much could tell we were out, there's no way that I was pregnant, and that I just knew. It was my instinct, my gut, the way my body felt, and just so many factors. I said, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do next. And it's been kind of a big question mark, but knowing I don't have to do anything extra for testing or preliminary stuff makes me feel very comfortable and feel like, well, this is one major advantage we've finally had in all of this. So, not to say that the opportunity to do IVF wasn't a huge advantage, and it's something that I'm still so grateful for, and I still feel so glad that I did it. I'm thankful up and down and in all directions that I did that, but I have to look forward. So it's been a long day. They didn't call to confirm the negative results until about 20 minutes ago. And, you know, even though I knew in my heart and I knew from my tests and my body and all sorts of things that there was no way it was positive, until I got that phone call, I felt like I couldn't move on. I couldn't, you know, think clearly or anything. So that's where things stand right now. Mike is 1000%, and I know that that's not a real percent. He's more supportive than I ever could imagine someone being in this position. He wants me to make all the decisions because he wants it to be based on what I'm comfortable with or what I feel best doing. And even though I know he isn't sure what is best, just like I'm not, if I tell him, you know, that this is what I'd like to do, he'll completely respect it and be on my side and in my corner. And my animals are acting up because they want dinner because it got dark out. They're still not used to the time change, man. It's still going to be an hour before they're supposed to eat, and they're freaking out. If I feed them now, they'll wake us up too early in the morning, and I've been getting up really early lately, and I just... So, I'm feeling better already, though. Knowing that everything's just done helps me wrap it up, you know? It just makes me feel like I can close the door and keep moving, as hard as it is. I went into this knowing fresh cycles, especially your first one, are normally not successful. I just, based on the stories I've heard on YouTube, the women I've seen on forums, and people I've known in my personal life, I went into this knowing that my odds weren't good, and that if I was lucky enough to have frozen cycles after this, that I would have better chances then. And it just didn't work out that way. It just didn't. So, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm angry. I feel guilty for feeling angry and sad. I feel a lot of things, and, you know, this is the stuff that wasn't happening while I was trying, because while I was trying, I was just numb and focused and just didn't want to get emotional, and I almost couldn't. It's like I just physically couldn't get upset. But now it's like my body's just letting it all out, and I usually give myself a day to be sad before I, you know, dust myself off and do it all again. So my day's not over yet. I'm still gonna let myself be sad if I want to, but tomorrow it's all about tomorrow and what we have to do next. So, there's Bose. I can't tell if he knows I'm sad or if he's hungry. Probably a little bit of both, huh, buddy? But, your messages are very comforting and very supportive, and I'm so grateful for everyone. And I know I say it all the time, but I mean it, and I feel it, and I just want to share it. We're gonna be okay. We have each other, and I'm so lucky because I have the most wonderful husband in the world, and if this is as far as we ever get, at least we know we tried. So that's it. That is everything right now. If I find out what I'm doing or figure out what's going on or whatever, I will make a video. Otherwise, I will make my financial video because now I officially know what all of my costs were associated with IVF. And that's it. The end. It's over. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.